This segment sponsored by GBMC Healthcare.
So a lot of people are trying a vegan diet or simply making these lifestyle changes, but what does it actually mean to be vegan?
Yeah, well, today we have Lisa Davis in studio, a registered dietitian with the GBMC Geckels Diabetes and Nutrition Center, to tell us all about it and some vegan foods for summer. Welcome. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Of course. So let's jump right in. What does eating vegan really mean?
Yeah.
So eating vegan is very much a lifestyle, a philosophy, very different from vegetarianism, although vegan is inclusive of lots of vegetables and grains, fruits, etc. But being vegan means that you're avoiding all animal products, all dairy, anything that comes from the sea, so shellfish and fish, as well as things like honey, because it's made by bees. So being vegan is very much devoted to having more of a plant-based diet.
Gotcha.
Vegetarianism could take on different types. So if you're lacto-ovo vegetarian, that simply means that you're excluding meats and fish, but you're allowing yourself to have dairy products. So yeah, so there's big differences between the two.
Yeah,
So overall, what should vegans eat?
So generally vegans stick with a diet that includes mostly grains, fruits, vegetables. The main sources of protein include nuts. A lot of the grains that vegans tend to like to eat are the ones which have more of the bran and more of the germ. So they're whole grains, but they also are ancient grains, so they're not processed. I'm going to throw a few words out at you. So kamut, farro, quinoa. Quinoa actually.
Me too.
Yeah, so that's the more popular one. Quinoa tends to have all the essential amino acids that actual animal meat has. So that's very beneficial because a lot of the grains are missing some or several of the different amino acids that make proteins nutritious. So brown rice is another one, not quite as high as quinoa and farro. Cornmeal. Trying to think of a few other ones that are a little bit more exotic. Millet, teff. Yeah, so you can definitely get these more likely now in a lot of the supermarkets because they're carrying more of them. But definitely, you know, their main base for protein are grains and nuts.
Learning some new info today.
Definitely, yeah. Very educational. So we know that throughout the summer, a lot of people have barbecues. What are some tips that you have for hosts or for guests of a barbecue to make sure that vegans are being included?
Well, I think that, you know, you want to make sure that they are comfortable. So I think offering some appetizers and side dishes that maybe can be both vegan as well as traditional. So perhaps maybe something like guacamole, which has got, you know, corn chips that don't have any animal ingredients that we use to prepare them. Also having maybe an entree or two for a vegan to choose from. So tempeh is like a firm type of protein which grills great. It works great on the grill. And then probably having maybe a dessert which might include something like grilled fruit that you can put some coconut ice. It's not really ice cream, but a coconut milk-based like non-dairy products. So
that sounds good.
Gives it, yeah. So you know, I think that, you know, people who are vegan, they don't want to be made a fuss of. You know, I feel like you want to make sure there are options that they feel comfortable choosing.
Yeah, and meat should be grilled separately, right?
Yeah, I think, you know, there's no worry about cross-contamination. Veganism is not an allergy, it's just a choice. So, but I think for the courtesy of your guests, it is nice to have a grill side dedicated to the vegan foods, and maybe grilling utensils that are dedicated to the vegan foods.
Makes a difference.
It does, for sure.
Yeah.
So where can we go if we'd like to learn more?
Well, you definitely can go to GBMC's Geckels Center website. There are some other websites that I found really helpful. There are some recipes, great recipes in foodandwine.com, so you would have to probably search for vegan grilling options. Let's see, vegansociety.com was another website I used. There's actually quite a few sites that have delicious recipes. I mean, things I never really even thought of, like grilled cauliflower steaks with tahini sauce. I mean,
nice.
yeah, it sounds exotic, and
does.
it's vegan. So
Well,
Making
thank
me
you so
hungry.
much. It
Yes.
was definitely a pleasure. Always a pleasure having you guys on our
great.
show.
Well, it was good to be here.
Yeah.